And let's see. Everything good here? Mike, can you guys hear the game? Looks like you should be able to. Okay, and desktop audio. Let me test that out. Ooh, that is some sweet sound. You guys are good to start. Alright, anyone join us live? What's going on? Getting a little bit of a late start to this game in particular, but it's fine. And I'm just going to pull up all the rules just in case. All right. Okay. So let's start this game out. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the ADMW2. A sweet Mage Wars tournament. I'm Koshe, and today we have a game between Silverclawgrizzly, who's in the top left here playing the Siren Mage, and the bottom right here we have MasterSlothBear playing the Adramelech Warlock. Two of the Channel 9 mages today. Both of them very powerful. Now, so far, Silverclawgrizzly is undefeated in this tournament, and MasterSlothBear has played one game and lost one, unfortunately. So, yeah, so we're going to be jumping in this game. I do think Silverclaw has a good chance of winning this game, not only because, you know, it's a Siren, so it's water versus fire damage, but because I know Grizz has been playing a lot longer. That being said, Adramelech Warlock can bring out some surprising amount of dice and just sort of instantly wreck any mage, and especially a Siren that only has 30 life. The Adramelech Warlock can be throwing, you know, easily like 10 dice fireballs with the burns and all that. You can burn through so much life with the Siren very quickly. That being said, we're going to see the Will-O-Wisp Amulet come out for MasterSlothBear, getting his channeling up. Battleforge going down as well. For Silverclaw, we see Leather Boots getting that armor up very quickly, and the Mana Flower. Both of them, I would say actually Silverclaw playing a little bit safe, just going up by 1 armor on turn 1. Usually you see a lot of economy on turn 1, but seeing the boots up means that he doesn't want to die to any sort of cheese. You know, wants to make sure that he can have his actions later for something that isn't defensive, which means that mana is probably going to go to something really useful, because he spent 2 mana basically on this. Now he's at 22, so we're probably going to see some sort of big creature out of him. Now to MasterSlothBear, Will-O-Wisp Amulet is actually kind of the same idea, except more economy. You spend less mana than like a Mana Flower or Crystal, and usually what you want to do when you take a Will-O-Wisp is you want that specifically to go towards something in your next 2 to 3 turns. Just because if you don't have some sort of timing, you might as well just play the Crystal or the Mana Flower, because you'll get more in the long run, and that 2 mana really isn't that big of a deal in the long run. That being said, with the Battleforge, you could theoretically switch the Will-O-Wisp with themselves. Not really a common tactic, but it is one way you can keep the Battleforge useful the whole game. One thing to note is that the Battleforge is weak to water, so that does give Grizzly a slight advantage if he likes to kill Battleforge. Don't know if he does or not. Ring of Curses coming down, more economy basically after MasterSloth. Now that's interesting because 17 mana means that's some pretty big curses. I don't think he can actually spend that all with curses at total. But so I'm curious to see what kind of moves we see out of him. Grizzly enchanting the Siren. It could be anything. And probably like a Brace Yourself, or I mean, I guess it could be like a Hawkeye or a Curious Favor. Bear Strength would actually be better in my opinion. That being said, we are going to see a creature go down. We're going to see the Gorgon Archer. Now, interesting thing to note is the Gorgon Archer, you know, in Shallow Sea, will still have 1 less die against it. So it is actually pretty good defensively if you put in Shallow Sea. And if you only use the archer to get weaks, that's still really good. You know, losing a die to your arrow attack still isn't... he says he took Crimson out. Losing a die to your arrow attack still puts the pressure on your opponent to want to react. So I would say it's not a big deal if he puts a Shallow Sea. We are going to see Sorcerix come out for MasterSlothBear. So that's more economy there. I'm starting to think that maybe this should just be a Mana Flower Crystal instead. Just because he has 5 mana left, so I'm not sure if it's a big deal. That being said, the ability to get curses down is usually what you see Sorcerix do. You rarely see him actually do the fire attacks, unless he's about to die. I mean, don't get me wrong, he can. It's just the Adramelech Warlock can just combo the fire attacks a lot better because she can do, like, you know, the Fire Ring or Hawkeye, things like that. You know, things you typically don't put on Sorcerix. That being said, just Fireballs is fine. Okay. So yeah. And looks like that's gonna be another round. Now, when the Adramelech Warlock enchants herself, usually it's a Hawkeye or Kira's Favor, I'd say. It could be something like a Brace Yourself. That would be totally fine, especially against the Archer. But I actually like Sorcerix to be used against the Gorgon here, just because a lot of times you see both Warlocks, actually, they tend to have, you know, a few big demons rather than lots of little ones. And the Gorgon Archer is like a perfect response to that. But the nice part is weaks don't work against fire spells. So that is actually really useful in the sense that he can make sure that damage does go down if he wants to take out the Gorgon. Also, what I do like about the Gorgon as an opportunity for MasterSlothBear is it gives him a chance to animate dead on the Gorgon, which means that he can basically flip who's going to take damage. Granted, the Regenerate 2 is not there, but it's also only 8 mana. So 8 mana usually is really nice to force the movement and possibly get weaks. That being said, both of these mages don't want to get weaks because it's a little bit difficult for both of them to remove it, but also they tend to like to melee after a while. Yeah. Alright, and they are going to plan. I'm going to get my trusty notepad out so that all the people that aren't watching live can see a cut. Actually, a great response to Gorgon Archer. Not being able to be targeted from range 2 or higher means that we're going to have to see some sort of movement spell in order to get this Gorgon to shoot. Or it just means that Sorcerix is going to get shot a lot. I mean, Gorgon Archer is one of those really intimidating creatures because it has higher health than most other archers, and the weaks just make it harder to kill even more. It's one of those things. So, we're going to cut it there, and we are back. Okay, sorry if there was some sort of jump there and things might be in slightly different positions. There was just a disconnect. But we're through that now, guys. We got through this. So what's going on, Bibble? I see you in the chat there. How you doing? Yeah, so it is going to be MasterSloth's initiative. And, you know, at 8 mana, you really... It's not... I don't think that Silverclaw is really afraid of being attacked right now. I guess something like Magebane could come up or something, but it's clearly that this Sorcerix is going to be like used to support something here. So the question is, like, Is Surfrex going after the Gorgon or the Siren in this? And we're about to find out. Moving Surfrex first. That's interesting, actually, because he has an enchantment on him now. And now the Gorgon has a choice, like, do you want to attack something that has an enchantment? There is enough for a reverse attack to be revealed, so it's a little risky. And we see the curse go down onto the Siren. And yeah. Here we go, 4 dice. Is there any reveal here? Man, a reverse attack would be so sweet right now. I don't know, he's saying, dang it. I assume he wanted to reveal something, or he doesn't have mana to. Oh, he's only at 3 mana, so I'm sure he wanted to... Well, it's probably not a reverse attack, but regardless, he gets 2 weeks, which... You know, weeks don't really do that much against Surfrex, but he got 3 damage out of it, so that's a little bit above average. That's pretty sweet. All right. So it is going to be SlothBear's Mage's turn. And he's gonna go along the same line as Surfrex did. So, But what is he going to do with it? He's gonna Seeking this guy. If this is like a Rhino Hide, that's a really unfortunate thing for Grizz. But it was a Brace Yourself, so that is probably favorable for Silverclaw. I don't actually know. Good, he's flipping his markers. That being said, the Mage Bane, of course, getting revealed. And now Grizzly has 14 mana to do whatever he wants. Can do most things. Looks like we're going to see a creature. Colossal Crab does go down. Okay. He forgot to reveal his Blair, unfortunately. So the crab is actually... The crab is actually a really interesting choice because against low creature mage plays, that grapple is brutal. Like rolling the less dice and then comboing that with a weak on top of it means you just got to get lucky to break out of it. So I actually really like this play from Silverclaw, just because it's going to be they combo so well, basically. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see exactly what he wants to do because he has to deal with this. But if he ends up just getting a bunch of weeks in the meantime, he'll pretty much have attack spells to work on, and that's pretty much it. The dice out of the Gorgon right now is really not the big thing here. It's those weeks because he's going to be getting a ton of damage out of the crab. I guess is the way to kind of look at that. And that's the end of the round there. And back here. So Silverclaw is obviously not going to deploy. We see the Fire Shaper ring come out. And this is, again, when I start seeing this sort of stuff come out of a Adramelech Warlock, I start a little bit of scared. Fear starts happening there. Just because of the Hawkeye mixed with the Fire Shaper ring and the curse because of the Smoldering Curses. Suddenly you're looking at 3 extra dice, and that is super painful to deal with. And of course he has 9 mana, but if Silverclaw's not too careful here, he's gonna be taking a ton of damage. And it looks like Silverclaw is going to move down one. And so this is going to put him in range of the obscured stuff. And we're going to see a Shallow Sea. This is this is probably one of the best moves he can make. He's getting the crab in position for one. But at least he's going to regenerate that damage he just took. So, yeah. I mean, it's such a dangerous thing because like even if he does, like let's just say he survives the like 3 or 4 fireballs to the face, and those burns come on, like those burns alone. I mean, if you use spells on it, you're basically spending your actions, spending 4 or 5 mana to get rid of those burns while he's applying more damage. So it's not an easy way to cleanse yourself. Like, granted, it's in school and stuff, but like it just delays something when they just keep throwing stuff at you. So like flame blasts, fireballs, fire streams. That's what I'd like to see out of MasterSlothBear. Assuming this is Hawkeye, though. And the Mage Bane doing another damage there. And again, Mage Bane, he spent 5 mana and he's already gotten 3 damage, so that's definitely starting to be worth it there. It looks like he's going to choose Sorcerix to move over to the left one. And this is so, basically, the Colossal Crab has to move down and has to grapple with this guy. And this is probably going to be the end of Blur here. This shot coming in. It's 4 dice. He may not be able to target. Yeah. So we're going to see a 4-die attack, and it should get 2 damage. Or it'll get 0. Okay. Well, he did take, I guess, 1 extra, so now he's 1 below. So it's... that's still considered, around normal, I'd say. I don't consider 1 above to be abnormal. I guess in 4 dice, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, does he pay for it? Did it not prompt him to? Nope, okay. Yeah, it looks like it did, and he's going to remove it. That's the smart choice. A lot of players actually don't remove Blur, because they'll think, okay, he just took 1 damage, I guess it's okay to pay 1. But then they just keep taking damage, and I like that MasterSloth actually took the time and went, he's just going to keep costing me more mana, and then probably will just die. That being said, if the crab did miss the grapple, that would give, because it's MasterSlothBear's initiative, he should have just moved to the right, assuming you missed the grapple, and then the archer can't hit him, and then you have to spend another action trying to do that. But, we'll have to wait that out. It looks like we're going to see Explode go down. Oh, MasterSlothBear. This is a player after my heart. In all seriousness, holy cow. I love this play. Let me tell you why I love this after this roll. It's 6. Why did he pay that much? 8? Why did he pay 8? Am I getting something wrong here? 6 plus 2? 8. Duh. Oh my god, the damage! He just rolled 7 damage. He just rolled 7! He didn't get the burn, that's a little unfortunate there. But losing that armor is a brutal thing as well. And holy cow. Okay, alright. Leather is actually like the perfect thing to use. Also, Bear, can you flip your marker? Remember to flip your marker is also one of those things that they're clearly new to Octeon. Ugh, I loved that play. This is exactly why I was saying, like, I'm getting a little freaked out there. Because basically, he got 5 dice because of the smoldering. I'm sorry, not smoldering curses. Smoldering curses, and that 5 dice. It didn't do the burn it wanted to, but it did some good damage, and now he's down to 0 armor, and now it's going to be SlothBear's initiative next round. That gives him 9 mana. You could easily flip the Hawkeye for 1, and then get a, what is that, 6, 7, 8, a 9 dice fireball with 0 armor. Oh, that'd be beautiful to see. And with Silverclaw going down to 9 because of Regenerate, you're already looking at about 18 damage. And, granted, you're out of mana at that point, but you can then go in, I guess, if you wanted to punch. Because the punch would deal, what, 2, 3 dice, something like that? Maybe 3. Which would still be pretty good. That being said, the crab did move in. It did take a damage from Chains of Agony. Moved in and grappled Surstrix. This is exactly what Silverclaw wanted. This is a great move here. Surstrix will probably die next round. I don't really see many ways that he won't. That being said, Silverclaw, I think basically right now his creatures are split. His creatures need to kill Surstrix to commit to that. And I think Silverclaw needs to spend his 11 mana to basically stay alive. You know, something like Rhino Hide. I think he has a mana to do a chess piece. Yeah, the weeks won't do much right now. But the 4 dice attack is really what he needs. So I mean, to break it down though. Oh man, but here's the thing, is that Master Sloth's imp has initiative. So as you can see, he's putting a spell on him. This is a smart choice because basically now Silverclaw has to spend an attack spell to go after Surstrix. He died during... he did die. Yep, I forgot. I thought that was when he activated, but no, it's during upkeep. So that is a dead Surstrix then, which means the spell doesn't need to go away. And so that's going to free up the crab a little bit. So, I mean, basically, what's nice about Cloak of Shadows is now this Gorgon is going to have to stay away. I really think what Master Sloth should probably do here is probably just back up and then Fireball and probably reveal whatever this is. I don't know. Maybe he shouldn't commit that much. Yeah, Viblis from the chat saying Chains of Agony is great in the crab. Yes. I mean, it's kind of like putting in like a zombie brood or something. Like Chains of Agony is just perfect for that. It's also decently good against like water elemental. You know, pretty much anything resilient. Chains of Agony is just good against, and it also works in Incorporeal, which is kind of crazy. So I mean, I guess the big question is, what does MasterSlothBear want to do here? Does he want to try to lay on the pressure, or is he going to retreat and bulk up on creatures? I would say, I don't know if I would put Master Sloth in the lead right now, just because there's so many creatures, but I definitely think he has a lot of advantages. And as I said, I love the Explode. I actually would love to see Silverclaw like put it on a chess piece and then just explode that too. I don't think you can afford that, unfortunately, but that'd be cool just to see more things blowing up. And as I was saying, like, I actually really like Explode because of that double effect. It lets you basically say, okay, I'm having 2 actions for 1, especially since it's quick, and I'm now reducing how much defense you have while dealing damage. It's like, it's the perfect dark spell in a lot of ways. Granted, it's fire, but you know what I mean. Dark and fire, same thing, right? Yeah, I mean, so Silverclaw, if he chooses to just try to lay on the damage, can he keep up? Well, what's funny is actually, okay, if Silverclaw actually pushed or teleported MasterSlothBear into the Shallow Sea Zone, the Battle Forge is his last cast then, if that's the case, because of the Obscured. If he chooses not to, instead gets defensive, then I think, honestly, like, doing the retreat tactic is probably the best bet. So it really depends on this first quick cast what we see. That being said, like, even with... let me think about that. If the Adramelech Warlock gets crushed, or grappled, I should say, I think MasterSlothBear still has a good chance if he just goes for dice. Like, if he just says, I'm just going to keep throwing fireballs at you and flame blasts, I think he'd had a decent chance of winning. See that enchantment go down onto... Okay, MasterSloth's going to actually pass in the quick cast, not cast anything on the Battle Forge. What is he doing with his mana? He's going to reveal Hawkeye. Interesting choice to wait, because now we have this going down. That was just... I don't really think any reason to wait. You might as well have just casted this Fireball we're about to see, because really, like, now you're just dealing with 2 extra armor. Like, just a little bit of a misstep, not the biggest of deals, but just like his little note of improvement. There's no point in waiting when you have an initiative advantage like that. And so, yeah, we do see the Fireball go down. And again, 9 dice. Oh, what? That was really good. So let me see. That was 12, and then the Rhino Hide brought him down to 10 damage, no burns. But that means the Silverclaw is at 20 damage out of 30. Granted, MasterSlothBear is at 1 mana now, so that's pretty much going to be the end of the round. Also, I do think he should have moved over to the right one. One, he would avoid this whole attack from happening. But 2, he wouldn't risk that force push getting you out of the Battle Forge zone range and that sort of thing. But that being said, I don't think it's a bad thing. This guy has take 1 damage, by the way. And we do see the grapple go down. It is going to work. And 2 damage go on the Adramelech. We'll probably see a lot of positioning here. Yeah, and moving over to the center over here is probably the smart choice. Because you cover more. Then again, you have Obscured. And we see the Siren's going to be getting out of dodge. And this is smart for Grizzly. This is smart. He needs to figure out how we can just basically gear or heal, get defensive, and make it happen. And what MasterSlothBear needs to do... Sorry if I was loud earlier, by the way. It was just a really good roll and I got excited. What MasterSloth needs to do, probably just teleport to get out of there. Probably teleport to get out of there. And then probably 2 dice. Or, I'm sorry. He'll have the mana. Yeah, probably just Fireball again. You might as well just do it again. If you kill him with burns, then that's even better. We're probably going to see like a Healing Magical, Heal Spell. Maybe Mage Wand go down. Like, probably something like that. But this is exactly why, like, I fear the Adramelech Warlock. Because she can just pelt out the damage, man. Gorgon's in range now, and it is, of course, Silverclaw's initiative, so we're probably going to see some damage go down. Adramelech Warlock's about to go up to 4 damage out of 33, so that'll be nice. And, yeah. So it is good that Grizzly grappled the Adramelech here. I guess he didn't force push over because he wanted to run. If the grapple didn't work, he wouldn't have been able to. So he might have died of the Fireball. That actually makes a lot of sense, but because he did grapple here, this Battle Forge now gets another cast, which I don't actually know if it should. Because basically, the Fireball costs 8 mana, so a minor teleport for 2 would leave you with 9, puts you here, and then just wherever he goes, you just Fireball it. If he does He's got 2 armor, by the way, from the Rhino hide. If he does actually, move 2, or if he does like cast Obscure, I guess you can still move 1 and do that. But he's not going. He's going to want to heal and put armor on. So yeah, but that being said, that Mage Bane is just going to keep taking extra damage. So I really dig this play for MasterSlothBear. This is a great play, and man, it's cool. This is actually a really cool fight. And looks like MasterSlothBear is really thinking. And the thing about this type of book from the Adramelech Warlock is you never know what card to take because you have to counter so many different possibilities. So Grizzly choosing one of those, like even the direct ones, is still like if you just heal, MasterSloth probably has plans for that. But the question is he going to just heal? Because if he does something else, then you want to think, can I actually prep for that? At the same time, like, he can lay down more damage. Like, I guarantee he has another 3 fireballs in there. If he doesn't, he's probably making a mistake. He only has 48 cards left in his book, so it's not a lot. Grizzly at 46, by the way. And really, like, MasterSlothBear has all the life in the world, so he doesn't have to worry about this. But he's gonna have to minor teleport because he's grappled right now. So that's like the one spell he has to do this round. Otherwise, I think Grizzly can easily take the advantage back by just like a Mage Wand heal. Yeah. Alright, and looks like we're going to deployment here. Looks like we're going to see some basic armor come out for the Adramelech. This is just because he has nothing else to cast. I suppose like a Mage Wand would have been reasonable, but if he wants to save this mana for something specific, like a minor teleport into a fireball, then I can see why he wouldn't want to do that. Also, just to note, Gloves of Skill wouldn't actually be bad in this case. Because he had the mana for it. I think it's 3 mana, is it? If it's 5 mana, it probably wouldn't. That being said, it looks like we're going to see the Dispel go down against the Mage Bane. And that's a good move. He's just saying, in the long run, I won't take more damage, so now we can start actually healing up more. And it looks like we're probably going to be moving into... Let's see, it's the end of the first quick cast. Let's see what he's going to do. He shouldn't do anything. But if he does, that's probably a mistake. Then again, I don't know. He's adjusting his mana. Like crazy! Did he not pay it? Why did he do that? I don't know why he chose to do that, but he did. And we see the minor heal go down. And this is, when you play the Adramelech Warlock, this is sort of the... Oh, he only gets 3 out of a minor heal! Oh, they're 3 critical dice. But, paid 5 mana, that's a little unfortunate. The dice a little bit skewed on MasterSlothBear's side. That being said, this fight is not over anytime soon. It's going to take more than 1 fireball, so if he could... If he could minor teleport and then fireball, it would just lead into another fireball next round. And that could be how he wins. Because basically you have 9, that's 18. Granted, he has 2 armor, but statistically he'll be at 32 out of 30. I think that's the road to victory right now. And no matter what these other guys do, he's going to get those dice because of the way that Silverclaw's positioned right now. Brilliant move. Lesser teleport on his mage, so that's going to get rid of that grapple. And brilliant because I said it is. No. And so I bet we're going to see the fireball go down right now. That would be the perfect play. Because he is out of range as Battle Forge now, he can't actually take any sort of spells. That being said, he's going to move up one. Are we going to see the fireball? Please, let's see the fireball. And if you don't run 4 fireballs with this kind of setup, it's probably not good. Interesting choice to move up one. He didn't want to get grappled, but now he's in range of getting weaks. We're going to see 8 dice come and roll in. And it looks like he's going to roll 7, -2, so he's going to get 5 damage, but he does get a burn on top of that. So, evening out the dice is basically what that was. We see Grizzly go up to 23 out of 30, which is super dangerous. And it looks like 2 damage. Wow, no weeks. No, I'm sorry, it's a 4 up. So 1 week going on him. And Grizzly's at 23 out of 30 damage with a burn, and it's going to be MasterSlothBear's initiative. Oh, this is dangerous. Oh my god, this game is super, super quick and brutal to watch. That being said, going into next round. Oh, this is such a good game to watch. And let's see how this burn does during upkeep. My cat is now going to invade the microphone. I'm sorry if I end up losing voice because my cat tends to do that to my mic. What's up, cat? Hi. Yeah. Instead of my keyboard. Yeah. Alright. The burn is going to deal damage, but how much? You can tell if it's going to deal damage because if it doesn't get removed before it shows it. 2 damage to Silverclaw! Oh no! And that's going to be 25 damage out of 30. It is MasterSloth's initiative, and he has 11 mana. We could see the fireball to end the game right here. My cat's like, "Why are you so excited, man? You're just shouting into a screen." I am pumped. I have to say, like, dang, this game has been good. Like, no matter who wins here, like, I appreciate watching a good Adramelech Warlock. And Silverclaw's tactic here is really solid. That being said, this game is not over yet. We could see a bad dice roll, but statistically, we'll have a 9 dice fireball. There'll be 2 armor. It should deal 7. He only needs 5 to win. So even if he's 2 under, he can still pull out the win here. If he doesn't have fireballs left, he's only at 2. Then that is really unfortunate for MasterSlothBear. That being said, a Flame Blast would statistically deal 8 dice. Am I right? Yeah, 8 dice, which would still be about 1 over. So that's still pretty good. And we have the 1 card. You always prep that 1. That being said, you never want to roll it until after planning, because if you roll it before and you fail, then they plan to not die in that. This could be it, folks. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. No deployment, obviously, out of both. And first quick cast, and it is, of course, MasterSlothBear's initiative. And he is going to spend the quick cast. Are we going to see the Fireball of Doom? We do see an attack spell. What's it going to... Oh, it's a boulder! Okay, well, still, there's 2 armor. Statistically, it will kill him. And there it is. 10 damage a roll. That is a good game there. Silverclaw taking 8 damage, 33 out of 30. That is going to be it. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with MasterSlothBear's play here. Compared to the last game, I've seen a drastic improvement. Clearly, this is probably one of his better books, if I had to guess. Just because he seemed to know what he was doing more. I would like to have seen this boulder have instead been 2 fireballs. Or a fireball and 2 rocks. That being said, there's... The Sorcerix, he could have revealed Blur beforehand. Otherwise, getting the 2 obscured means you move about very stealthily, and it forced Silverclaw to really have to move things around. He did get a little lucky, I would say, with his first fireball. His second, then rolling under. But then, of course, the boulder, it would have finished him off regardless. It was over, but Probably would have done it regardless. That being said, I did really like Grizzly's play here. I've never actually seen the idea of a Gorgon Archer with a grappler in order to combo them together. And that's actually a really cool play to see happen. I don't know if Colossal Crab versus the Crocodile would be better. Probably just the cheaper of the two because they're so people are so focused on the Gorgon. And I gotta say, MasterSlothBear being able to pull out the minor teleport into the fireball, that was good playing right there. And just a great game. So yeah, I want to thank everyone that joined us live. I know we had a little hiccup there, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see more games on the Arcane Wonders forum in the events section, there is on the front of the thread there, all the scheduled matches, and also any videos we've released, we put them on there as well, so you can watch it whenever you want to. So yeah, this group is really anyone's group at this point in time. So I just want to say congratulations to everyone. And